hi to the strangers?
Hi, strangers. Should I say stranger danger too?
Maybe.
Now, are they the danger or am I?
Oh, definitely you.
Okay.
They're about as tame can be.
Oh, and I'm a friggin' ominous monster.
Yep. You guys can now refer to my wife as Nessie. But howdy, strangers. As you can see, this is another road trip. How Crystal introduced herself in her first video is how I'm just going to meet her now. And I kind of wanted to tell you guys about how Crystal and I started the first time, because I don't think I've really told anyone. So, my first girlfriend was a wreck. It was just me wanting to have a relationship so that I could have some type of sex with someone. And that was a really bad decision. It messed up things with my family, and I was really stupid. But while I was dating my first girlfriend, Crystal came along. And she quickly turned into my best friend. She made it so that it was hard for me to go away, because I actually ran away from home to live with my girlfriend. Word of advice, if anyone watching this is considering doing this, I won't say don't do it, because your situation's different than mine, but really think on what you're doing. Put a lot of thought and just take a minute to really talk to people who care about you, because that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. And well, when I came back, I wanted to see Crystal. I knew that I had a huge crush on her even when I was with my first girlfriend, but I just didn't want to break up with my first girlfriend because I didn't want everyone else to be right. But a few weeks after I came back, Crystal asked me how much I liked her, and I kissed her cheek. She kind of had an existential crisis because she was Mormon back then, and she said she wanted to marry someone in the temple, and that led me to my year of Mormonism, which is actually a part of how I met my wife. And in all honesty, I don't regret becoming Mormon just because it led to a lot of good things. I just don't like how I was really selfish in how I treated my family. But that was not a result of Crystal or Mormonism. That was me being a rebellious teenager who thought he knew better than everyone else. Another word of advice: teenagers, y'all are dumb. Trust me, I used to be one of you, and I was dumb.
You're dumb until you die. Every time you look back at a different age, you're like, damn, I was stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, I used to be really anti-LGBT. I was just really mean about it, too. And now I'm transgender. It's kind of funny how that happens. The people who are the most homophobic end up in that kind of situation. Although I'm not really gay, obviously. But Crystal was a breath of fresh air for me. She was probably my only source of happiness, because I was just angry about everything, and anytime I tried to do anything, I just made it worse. I don't know if they did, but I heard it. Stupid railing, blocking out the train. Oh well. Y'all saw it for a second or two. But, yeah. So, but yeah, I just can't really imagine what it would be like if Crystal wasn't there. if I didn't have any source of happiness. I mean, my family tried, but it wasn't their fault that I was unhappy. It was really just mine. The only other person out there who kind of understood me was my best high school friend, other than Crystal. Her and I would hang out all the time. I walked over to her house. Could probably walk there still if I was still living down there. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of Crystal and I's first relationship. When my parents kicked me out and sent me up to Kansas to live with my grandparents, Crystal decided to break things off because she didn't want a long-distance relationship back then. And really, she understood that we weren't really mature enough to stay with each other. We had a lot of growing up to do before we could really come back together. I'm glad that we are back together, and I look forward to where the future takes us. But now I'll probably put a picture or a video of Crystal right after here. So anyway, strangers, I will see you all this week, and you will see me next week. DFTBA, bye-bye. Say hi. Oh, and Crystal, to answer your question, I really love the rain, and I absolutely love thunderstorms, despite how terrifying they are.